We greet and congratulate all our young people in Inter-America. Thank you, because every year you are the sermon in different places where you are. This year, we want you to motivate you to go out with the purpose of showing Christ in the cities. This March 16 for Global Youth Day, show up in the cities.
During this year, we will be celebrating 10 years of PCM and 150 years since J.N. Andrews undertook the first missionary journey. For this reason, we want Adventist youth in Inter-America to be active throughout the year, working in the cities, working wherever God sends us, living for Jesus and showing that He exists.
Let us briefly reflect on the life of the first missionary of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, as the lessons of the past motivate us to keep our mission and the focus on youth leadership alive.
John N. Andrews' first religious conviction occurred in church at the age of 5 when he heard a sermon on Revelation 20:11. From then on, a keen sense of duty and responsibility shaped his Christian experience. When he was 12 years old, in January 1843, under the conviction of the Millerite message about the soon coming of Christ and the end of the world, he reported that he found the Savior. Andrews and his family became committed to the Millerite movement. The great disappointment of October 22, 1844, proved to be a great shock to the family of J.N. Andrews and his fellow believers. It took them a time of struggle to understand their experience before they could reconstruct their theology and their lives. In mid-1845, Andrews encountered the teaching of Seventh-day Baptists on the continued sanctity of the seventh Sabbath and made the decision to become a Sabbath keeper. The decision shaped the rest of his life. Andrews married Angeline Stevens on October 29, 1856. During the Civil War, in 1864, J.N. Andrews was appointed by the General Conference to present in Washington, D.C. documents defending the church's non-combatant status. Successfully obtaining government recognition of the church's needs marked the first formal interaction between the Seventh-day Adventist Church and the United States government, and burnished Andrews' image as a leader who would represent the church well. He was appointed as a local missionary, dedicating his energies to evangelization in Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, and other places in the Eastern Mission. He also played an important formative role in helping to introduce the new ideas of health reform to the Adventist community.
On September 15, 1874, John Andrews left New York for Neuchâtel, Switzerland, as the first official foreign missionary of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. He was accompanied by his son Charles, 16 years old, and his daughter Mary, 12 years old. Persevering for 9 years, he managed to establish an enduring missionary publication that continues to the present and a church community.
John Nevis Andrews has been referred to as the intellectual giant of early Adventism and the most significant Adventist.
He was a pioneering scholar evangelist who helped profoundly shape the church in many ways.
In 1960, administrators at the Seventh-day Adventist Church's main university in Berrien Springs, Michigan, changed the name of the institution to Andrews University in honor of the life and work of John Nevins Andrews. The bronze statue of Andrews and his sons, Legacy of Leadership, created by English artist Alan Collins in 1998, takes center stage on campus and commemorates the commitment Andrews and his family made to the Adventist mission.
We encourage every young person to be like J.N. Andrews wherever you go, to accept the call to be a leader for Christ in this century and make decisions to live for the mission every day, living for Christ as a practical testimony of the real love of God.